Is your breed dangerous? The short answer is that depends on you. Are you an asshole? Then your dog's probably going to be an asshole. Here's the reality of it is that I hear all the time, breed X is dangerous. You hear it with pit bulls, with Rottweilers, with Dobermans in some instances, with Shepherds sometimes, some certain breeds of other hunting dogs, catch dogs, etc. It's all bullshit, frankly. Is that, you know, the dog's breed is a very good starting point, but it's a very general starting point. And you know, the genetics that contribute to that absolutely play a huge role. So does how you raise them. It's not a nature versus nurture either, or it's all in how you raise them, or, you know, this breed is that. Each one of those statements from an opposing standpoint are equally ridiculous. It's not all in how you raise them, it's half in how you raise them, it's half in what their genetics are. But the reality of it is that, you know, just because a certain breed, you know, may be predisposed to animal aggression or, you know, herding instincts or, you know, hunting capabilities, whether it's treeing animals or things like that, that's not a guarantee that those genetic traits are going to be present. There's a higher likelihood of that. That's not a guarantee. I can tell you from experience, as having bred dogs for very specific traits, even when you're breeding very selectively for some of these traits, some of them are still elusive and don't come up every time you breed. And so if you say pit bulls are dangerous, they're not necessarily dangerous. Just like there's plenty of retrievers that don't retrieve, there's plenty of Rhodesian Ridgebacks that wouldn't know a fucking lion from a hole in the ground, and nor would they know how to deal with it. And so by painting that broad brush of this breed is dangerous and we should outlaw it, or I can't have this breed around my kids because they're inherently dangerous, is no different than bullshit racism, honestly. Is that, you know, each dog is going to have individual characteristics and traits about them that are going to determine whether or not that dog is dangerous genetically, and then the training that you put into that dog is going to be the other contributing factor as to whether or not that dog is a total prick or not. Ultimately, it depends on two things. Number one is the individual selection when you initially get the dog and knowing what to select and look for. And number two is getting off your ass and putting the time in to be consistent to train that dog to where you can control him in any environment. Both of those things are equally as important. It's not nearly so much about what breed is what, but it's the individual itself and the time that you put into it. It's really that simple. Stop identifying and vilifying different breeds, saying that they're dangerous. It's no different than doing the same thing with race and making stereotypes. It's that ludicrous. So stop doing it. Be diligent on your individual selection. Don't be a lazy bastard and put the time in, and your dog won't be the dangerous asshole on the block that everybody associates with that specific breed. Got it? Thanks.